Hi, so today we are going to do a how-to for classroom behavior by using the website Class Dojo. So if you just type in classdojo.com, it will take you to their website, and you can either sign up if you don't have a login already, or you can log in. So my login info. And then once you log in, it's going to take you to your homepage. So here you have your classes. So you can have as many classes as you want. You also have a demo class when you first get started. So this will be easy for you to use if you're having trouble or want more information on the website. At the top, it's going to list your name. You can add a photo, or you can also add your school. So today we're going to add a class. So we're going to click on Add Class. Our class name, just call it Class 2. And our grade, you can see it goes through preschool to 12th grade. So we could say 3rd grade today, add the class. And then after you add your class, it's going to ask you to put in your students' names. You can also copy and paste this from a Word or Excel document, but I'll just enter them in today. So once you add a student's name, you'll see an avatar will pop up. So each student is assigned a different avatar. So once you have all of your students added, if you wanted to change these avatars, you can click on them, and then you could pick from the selection of all these different avatars. So once you're done adding your students, you can click Done. And now it's going to ask you to invite your parents and your students to join your class. So we'll hit Next, and it's going to prepare all of our invites for each student. So now you'll see the invite has been brought up, and it's going to start out by saying the student's name, the class that he's in, and here you'll see the student's account code right here and the parent's account code. They are different for a reason, and it's going to give instructions on how the student and the parent can sign in with this. So you could either print those out, email them to your parents, whichever is easiest for you. So now once you go back to our main screen, we're going to click Next. We're done with our invites. And now you're going to see the behaviors and skills that are going to come up for your students. They're listed as positive or needs work. So if you see the positive ones that are listed, they each have 1 point, and you can edit that. So if you wanted to change the name or change the value of the behavior, you can do that here. You can also add a new behavior. So we could say maybe walking quietly in the hall, and then we could give it more value, but we'll just keep it at 1 today. And here are some examples of some behaviors that the students can work on, like not bringing their homework in or being unprepared. So now we're at our classroom page, and this is going to give us all of our students in our class with each of their avatars. So the first thing I want to show you is you can take attendance with this website. So when the student pops up as green, it means that they are present. If you click on this green button right here, it's going to turn to red, and that would mean that they are absent today. If you click on it one more time, it's going to turn to yellow, which means the student is tardy. So if you click on it a third time, it's going to go back to green. So now we can say that all of our students are here. We can save attendance. And that's just a really good tool to have as a backup, and it also lets your parents see if they log in. They can see and make sure their kids were there, if they were late to school. It's just an added bonus for this website. So now we can start awarding points by clicking on the student. Let's say that Chris was walking quietly in the hall. So his name will pop up and how many points he earned, and now you'll see a 1 in the right-hand corner, meaning that Chris has earned 1 point. Another option is to go to groups. We can add groups for our students, so we first would name the group. could say Chris and Joe are working together. And then we could do Julie and Sarah as group 2. And here we can click on the groups and we could award them. Maybe they didn't bring in their homework. Maybe Julie and Sarah were working well together, so we'll give them a point for teamwork. So now their points are going to show up as their groups, and then if you go back to students, the points are also going to reflect them individually. So now Chris is back at 0 points. If you wanted to add a new student, you can click on this add button, and then you would just add their name here. Another way to add points is to award multiple points. So let's say Joe and Sarah, we click on both of their names, click give points, and we could give them points for participating. You can also use the timer here, and it has a stopwatch or a countdown. So let's say you were asking your students to clean up and you gave them 2 minutes. You could start the stopwatch, and then at 2 minutes you would pause it, and if, we'll say, Julie was on task doing cleanup, you could award her a point. So once you do that, if you want to click on View Reports, this is going to show you how your class is doing as a whole. And this is a donut graph. So basically, it's going to give your percentage of positive in the classroom. So we're at 75% right now. So when we scroll over each block, it's going to show us that 2 students didn't bring their homework in, 1 student was walking quietly, 2 students had positive teamwork points. And then if you keep scrolling, you'll see which student earned what points or didn't earn what points. So this is how you view it as a whole class. If you wanted to view an individual student, you would click on their name, and then their graph would pop up, also with their points, so what they lost points for. You can also add messages here. So you could say, Chris lost a point for not turning in his homework. And then parents could see this and know maybe why their child had lost a point or how many points they had for the day. You can also print this or view it as a spreadsheet. Next, we're going to move on to the class story. So this is just a way to share what your classroom is doing with your children's parents. You can leave them messages, add photos, or updates. It's a really great tool for sharing. Another good tool for sharing is using the messages. And this is great because it's able to reach all parents at once. So if you had a general message, for example, letting your parents know that school ends at 12 o'clock tomorrow, you can send this to all of your parents, and then it'll also say if the parents have seen the message. So right now, none of my parents obviously have this, so we're going to need to invite them. And it was the original document I had showed you with the codes. So if you wanted to, you could enter the parent's email or cell phone number here and invite them. Or if you just wanted to print it out, you could print it out and give it to your parents or students on the first day of school. So this is a basic how-to on Class Dojo. I hope you enjoyed it, and it's a great tool for classroom behavior. It really works well for any age and any type of classroom. So thank you for listening.